I'm sure you've seen the headlines. Everyone is leaving New York.
It shows nearly half of top-earning New Yorkers are looking to leave the city.
People are leaving New York faster than any other state, according to the U.S. Census Bureau.
Entire nation population loss because their wallets, their safety, their freedom, and their quality of their kids' education are under attack.
Well, what many people don't talk about is that they're not just going to Florida and Texas. They are quietly coming over the border to the state of Connecticut. And once you understand who's leaving, why they're leaving, and where they're landing, it makes a lot more sense. I'm Jennifer Lockwood, a local realtor here in Connecticut. I help New York City buyers figure out which town, neighborhood, and lifestyle, plus based on their budget, actually fits them. I am in the Middle East conversations every single week, and I can share with you the differences between these towns and how it could benefit your life. You can call or text me anytime just to start the conversation. So let's start with why so many people are preparing to leave New York. Number one, cost of living is hitting a wall, and we have all heard the term affordability, especially over the last few months. And even high earners are feeling the squeeze, from rising rents to rising home prices and the cost of everyday expenses. This has pushed many families to determine whether staying in New York City long-term makes sense. Number two, the taxes in New York City is pushing long-term planning. Between New York's high property taxes and income taxes, many households, including families and retirees, they're looking for relief. And while Connecticut is not cheap, in many towns, the annual cost is lower for more house and a different lifestyle. Number three, the quality of life fatigue is real. Noise, density, and the grind of day-to-day life are pushing people to find balance. Connecticut offers quieter neighborhoods, strong public schools, and a community feel without giving up the access to Manhattan. And number four, hybrid work has changed the map. So if someone needs to be in the office 2 to 3 days a week, the world opens up as to where you can live. Towns that were too far before now can make sense. A 60-minute train ride feels different when you're only going to work 2 to 3 days a week. So now we know why they're leaving. Let's talk about who they are, because the demographics will determine where the demand will go next. So number one, young families. These are couples with toddlers and school-age children who want yards, neighborhoods, and stability, plus top-rated public school system here in Connecticut. And these are things that are harder to get in New York City. Next, mid-career professionals. So these are people in their 30s to 50s. They want a more calmer, predictable daily life, but they still want to stay connected to Manhattan professionally. Next, hybrid and remote workers. We have seen this a lot over the last 5 years. They now have the flexibility to choose a different lifestyle and still be connected to the city. Then we have retirees and pre-retirees. These are people that may not want to carry the New York City tax burden. Remember, this age group has fixed income, so the cost of living is very important. And finally, we have investors and landlords. Tight regulations, rising expenses, and falling margins in New York City are having investors look for other options that can create a higher return. Connecticut offers a more stable cash flow in certain markets, and Fairfield County is consistently drawing attention because of its proximity to New York City. So now we know who is leaving. Let's talk about where they're landing. There are certain towns in Connecticut that are absorbing the migration more than others. When I talk about all of these towns, they are on the Gold Coast of Connecticut. So the Gold Coast of Connecticut is called that name because of the cost of living. It is one of the more expensive places to live in the state of Connecticut, and that just has to do with proximity to New York City. We're going to talk about 4 suburban towns and 2 urban towns. The 4 suburban towns are Greenwich, Westport, Darien, and Fairfield, and the 2 urban cities are Stamford and Norwalk. Let's start with Greenwich. It's the first stop out of New York City, and it's luxury, privacy, and the shortest commute. Greenwich is the gateway to Connecticut's Gold Coast. Greenwich feels like an easy extension from New York City. The train ride is only 55 minutes, and they do have 2 train stations. Housing here ranges from classic colonials to updated mid-century homes, large estates on an acre or more, and incredible coastal properties. Buyers love the variety, quiet inland neighborhoods, and timeless architecture all throughout town. Lifestyle here is a major draw. Marinas, parks, upscale shopping, and a vibrant downtown. The schools here are consistently top rated. The town has a polished yet a relaxed feel. One of Greenwich's biggest financial advantages is low property taxes. They have one of the lowest property taxes in the state of Connecticut, which gives buyers long-term value, especially compared to other luxury markets. And the median home price in the town of Greenwich currently is $2.5 million. And you'll notice that I use the median sale price when talking about value because there are some luxury properties that when they close, they can skew the average sale price. So I always like to use the median sale price to give more of a balanced number. The next town is Westport. Westport is creative, coastal, and upscale. It blends small town charm with sophisticated, arts-driven, beachside lifestyle. It's stylish, affluent, and a strong sense of community. Housing here is a wide range of properties. You can have incredible, modern, new construction, renovated colonials throughout town, both classic and contemporary. And you will find some areas with more privacy and more land in the northern part of town. The median sale price in town is $2.1 million. And despite the higher home prices, Westport property taxes are aligned with Greenwich. They are lower than the average in the state of Connecticut. There are 2 train stations in town, and it's about a 65 to 70 minute train, depending on if you're taking a local or express. Next, we have Darien, exclusive, refined, and majority residential. Darien offers an intimate, suburban coastal lifestyle. It feels quieter and more traditional than Greenwich. Buyers choose it for the top-tier schools and the beautiful neighborhoods. Housing in Darien is dominated by single-family homes, updated colonials, capes, and waterfront properties with exceptional views. And the town's train station brings you into the city in just 60 minutes. The median sale price for single-family homes in Darien is $2.35 million. So the housing cost is in line with Greenwich and Westport. Their property taxes are moderate. The last suburban town before I get to the urban towns is Fairfield. I have worked with many New York City buyers who Fairfield is the last stop on the train line. Because the train is about an hour 15 to an hour and 20 minutes, they won't go any further if they still have to commute to the city 2 to 3 days a week. So Fairfield tends to be the furthest many New York City buyers will go out. Because it is a true coastal lifestyle where you can walk to the beach, it is also more affordable with the median sale price $950,000. So that is lower than the 3 previous towns. Housing options here include colonials, capes, modern new builds in the beach area, beautiful shoreline, and also has Greenfield Hill that offers 2-acre zoning so you get more land and privacy if that's the lifestyle you're looking for. Lifestyle is, well, what it's all about in Fairfield. The town feels welcoming. There are 3 train stations in town. Property taxes are moderate and balanced with strong town services. So let's talk about the last 2 urban areas, and that is Stamford and Norwalk. Stamford has urban energy, affordable, and fast trains into the city. It's diverse, energetic, and packed with lifestyle options. It's a top choice for many New York City buyers who want space and affordability without leaving city amenities behind. Housing in Stamford is incredibly varied. High-rise luxury rentals and condominiums, walkable townhouses, and single-family homes just minutes from downtown. Stamford is also a favorite to renters who are not quite ready for the suburban life and owning a home or a condo. The lifestyle feels similar to New York City. Restaurants, nightlife, shopping, and a constant buzz. Yet the beaches, marinas, and parks are just minutes away. The express train is only 45 minutes into Grand Central, which is the fastest commuting time of any of the coastal towns. The average sale price is $699,000, which is lower than any of the other towns we've already discussed. So it is the most affordable with the most variety of options. And lastly, we have Norwalk, where coastal charm meets city convenience. It is one of the most versatile towns along the coastline, and it is a rising favorite among many New York City buyers because you can have city living and yet have relaxed coastal neighborhoods. One of the most popular areas is Sono in South Norwalk, where you have modern apartment buildings, and you can even find waterfront views. There are suburban pockets within Norwalk. It also has a variety of higher-end luxury homes with coastal views. It is about a 60-minute ride into Grand Central. The median sale price in town ranges from $750,000 to $775,000. So definitely more affordable than any of the suburban towns. So why Connecticut? Why is Connecticut pulling so many New York City buyers right now? First, you're getting more space for your money. You're getting bigger houses, more square footage, bigger yards, and privacy. Even in higher priced towns, buyers feel like they're getting value. Schools are a major deciding factor. The public school system in the suburban towns of Fairfield County are consistently highly rated. Many New York City buyers I meet are paying for a private school in the city, and when they come to Connecticut, they get a public school that is highly rated. So that is an incredible bonus. Next, we have taxes and long-term planning. Now, while Connecticut is not a low-tax state, buyers find the long-term cost to be more reasonable. Lower property taxes, many buyers are getting lower annual costs for a larger home. And retirees, especially in Connecticut, find the tax structure to be more manageable. And finally, community, safety, and stability matter more than ever. Many people leaving New York City actually cite the quality of life even over affordability. Many Connecticut towns have a tight-knit and safer community. So now with all the demand shifting to Connecticut, let's talk about how this is affecting the real estate market in Connecticut. The housing market here in Fairfield County is not following national trends. We are still struggling for inventory. Now, while there might be some houses and price reductions you see on the market, there are always reasons for that. But by and large, when you look at our inventory numbers, we have not increased in inventory. So what comes on the market is absorbed by the market. So we are finding that homes are still selling quickly. And because of the tight inventory, home prices are still continuing to rise. So what does all this mean if you are a buyer, seller, or investor in Connecticut? If you are leaving New York, number one, start to plan early. Understand the market and how fast it's moving. I always tell my clients, really, you have to spend a day in each town to get the vibe, to go into the restaurants or the coffee shops and see if this is where you fit, because everybody is different as far as what kind of lifestyle they're looking for and if this is the community you want to surround yourself with. If you're a seller, you're in a very strong position here in Connecticut. It always comes down to pricing and presentation. So taking your time and getting your home ready really makes a big impact with how the market receives your property. Now, if you're still tied to New York City and you only have to commute 2 to 3 days a week, many of these towns will work for you. Leaving New York City isn't just about escaping the home prices. It's about finding a lifestyle that fits you. And many New Yorkers are finding that Connecticut is a wonderful option. So a strategic planning call is important to understand how the market is behaving. I'm Jennifer Lockwood, and I help New Yorkers make this transition every single week. From understanding the differences in the towns, the school system, and the commute, to helping you in this competitive market. So if you're planning to move from New York to Connecticut, or just thinking about the process, or just researching if it's a lifestyle that you're looking for to make that change, we can build the plan together and find the neighborhood and lifestyle that actually fits you. Feel free to call me, text me. I have a Calendly link below. I am available for you.